So you recently visited the San Diego and Yuma borders. I mean, you mentioned that you were been to the border through 3 different presidential administrations now, and so forth. So, briefly speaking, what was your experience there?
I think I've now been to all 9 sectors on our southern border. And I'll just be honest, every time I've gone, I've come back infuriated with what's occurring at our borders, and it has increasingly become worse. And the situation now is worse than I've ever seen it. And we were in San Diego, started in San Diego, which has probably a tremendous wall system. There are breaks, there are gaps in the wall, but for the most part, the wall has helped people come through the ports of entry. And so that's probably one of the least problematic areas that we have on our border. And even then, it's just unbelievable what's coming in. The human trafficking, the drug trafficking, the criminals that are still coming across our borders, the enormous lines of those who are legally trying to come and go, sometimes having to wait, as we were told, as long as 4 and 5 hours to get across the border one way or the other. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Then we went from there to Yuma, Arizona, and what our border agents are facing there. We saw buildings that were facilities designed for about 100 people. While I was there, there was well in excess over 400 in those facilities. And on Sunday, before we got there, they said there was over 700. And this type of thing is across the board. Our border agents, we were told in one of the sectors, one of the areas that we just came from, 80% of our border agents are processing illegal individuals, which leaves only 20% guarding our borders. And it is impossible. We already have a shortage of border agents, but now of those we have in certain areas, only 20% are actually there doing their job, because the mass numbers of people who have to be processed. But the unbelievable, while we were there the night before, 4 individuals from Iran were captured. We were told in one area they had already had over 100, or in the ballpark of 160 different countries coming across that area of our southern border. Who are these people? Why are they coming? What are their intentions? Why are they allowed basically to freely enter our country right now? And we are allowing this. It's a frightful thing. It is a humanitarian crisis. It is a national security crisis. And of course, it's impacting our economy on multiple fronts as well.
Well, you know, a lot of people, you said 160 different countries. I mean, I'm not necessarily that surprised that there's a lot of interest in coming to America. You know, my parents, you know, escaped from communist Poland in the 70s and came to North America to look for a better life, to get away from persecution and so forth. Presumably some of these people are going to be in that boat. Broadly speaking, maybe just for the record, what is your position on immigration in general?
Now look, we are a country that welcomes people from other parts of the world, but there's a right way and a wrong way to come here. And right now, and this is exasperated by us having open borders and us as a country right now not even abiding by our own immigration laws. What is the point of having laws if we're not going to abide with those laws? And right now it's coming direct from the White House, and this administration don't abide by the laws. And that's very puzzling and concerning to me. On the other hand, our immigration right now is bottlenecked. I personally know individuals that have taken up to 27 years to become a legal citizen of this country. It should never take that long. And the expense involved in that is enormous as well. So look, the problems are on both sides. We have got to simplify the process of coming into this country legally. We've got to deal with the bottleneck issue that is here, the amount of time and the expense for people to come here legally. But at the same time, that does not provide an excuse for people to come here illegally, and for us as a country to be irresponsible in not even checking who these individuals are who are coming. The enormous amounts of fentanyl and the drugs. The cartels right now basically run every square inch of our southern border. And we have got to get this thing under control.
You know, one of the videos that I saw, you were there, I think, with Congressman Perry, was this, you know, terrible canal or river with, you know, raw sewage.
So horrible.
And so forth. Well, and you were just describing that people actually swim through there to get across the border. I think it's the most polluted river in America or something like this.
If you were standing here, you'd want to smell this. This is raw sewage coming from Mexico directly into the United States. And believe it or not, in just a little while, we're going to watch foreign nationals come illegally right down the middle of this river, right underneath these gates. They actually swim underneath the gates right into the United States of America in a river of sewage. Right here, last night they caught Iranian foreign nationals illegally coming into this country. This is the situation at the border happening today.
But so, you know, just looking at that on the face of it, like, those people are pretty serious about wanting to get away from something to do that, right? So there's this kind of, you know, humanitarian question, right? Is the system just not able to handle all the people that really do need help and are willing to swim a river of sewage, you know, to get here?
Yeah, I mean, there are multiple reasons involved, but that was in Mexicali and Calexico area where the new river comes out. And listen, the most polluted river in Georgia, in America. Why is the EPA not even involved in this? Why do we continue letting this raw sewage come into our country? That in itself is a whole nother issue. But there are people willing to do anything to come into America. Of course, America is a land of opportunity and freedom, and people want that from other places in the world. And we don't want to deny the pursuit of those things. The human heart longs for liberty and freedom, and people want to come to America for that. But as we are currently opening our borders to individuals like this, we are gradually changing the freedoms that we have in this country. As we are breaking down laws, we are allowing criminals are coming into this country. The drugs, the human smuggling, all these type of things it's just a wide open, inexcusable. Any country that does not have borders ultimately is not a country. It's just a landmass. And we are frightfully moving down that direction, and I really don't understand why. What good for our country possibly can result from having open borders like we currently have?
Hey, thanks for watching American Thought Leaders. As you're probably well aware, big tech has been censoring a lot of content on its platforms, including some American Thought Leaders episodes, including some other Epoch Times content. Now, to deal with this, we've actually launched a new video platform, Epoch TV. Epoch TV is our premium platform for digital video content. It's got American Thought Leaders, it's got Facts Matter with Roman Balmakov, The Larry Elder Show, Crossroads with Joshua Phillip, and frankly, this is our contribution, if you will, to the uncensored media landscape, which is something we really, really need in this country and around the world, frankly. To subscribe, epochtv.com/ATL. Go to epochtv.com/ATL or hit the link below.